through here. And actually, the more you straighten the arm, the more you're opening your chest. If your arm is here, you're not opening your chest as much as if your arm is lengthening up and out. Up and out. So let's take down dog, hovering the elbows off the floor. It's a really good way to feel that strength. The serratus anterior is a heart opening muscle. The stronger your serratus anterior is, it's like energetically your heart feels safer to open. It's supported. So down dog on the forearms. But without touching the forearms to the floor. And bring your shoulders right over your elbows. And if it's difficult, you're doing it right. And then you push your legs straight. Come forward again. Bend your elbows toward the floor. Squeeze them in. We're also getting into the tricep here. Squeeze those elbows in. And then push the arms straight. Stand back on the legs. Deep breath, exhale, follow the belly, and come down. Now take the arms by the ears this way. Keep the lower ribs in and just start to, that's the same position as we were talking about yesterday, the Gomukhasana, the arm stretch that we do with Gomukhasana, is this trying to get the arms behind the ears and spin the tricep forward. So that's an external rotation in the shoulder socket. And the more we lift and lengthen, and then we soften it back. Lift and lengthen and soften it back. Lift and lengthen and soften it back. Now straighten the arms. Straighten the arms. Push the hands together. Straighten the elbows. Take a deep breath. Back. Keep the space around the heart as you come back. Keep the space around the heart as you come back. Feel the shoulder blades engage on the back. That's much better, Kate. Normally you bring this. So I'm glad you didn't. Never do that other thing again. Now that I've seen you do it correctly, you feel that in your body. Never do the other way again. Sometimes I see someone doing something over and over again and I've articulated not to, and then I just realize it's just pattern. It's going to shift when it's ready to shift. It's going to be heard when it's ready to be heard. You have to know when to stop saying things in class, as much as you have to know when to say things and how to say things. Sometimes it's better to be silent. Sometimes it's better to let somebody enjoy the pattern that they're in. It's not like it's really hurting them. It's a subtle thing. You know? It's like, I took a class about how to communicate with dogs. Well, it was a class on how to heal animals, but we got a lot of information about how to communicate with dogs. And one of the things was to minimize the verbal commands. Use a calm, a strong tone, but just say it once, and then wait. Because when you just keep saying it and get more and more impatient and more agitated, the tone of your voice starts going up and you're talking more quickly, the dog's just unable to process the information and getting more and more agitated with you. Everything that you're feeling, they're just vibrate on your vibration. So that correlates to teaching. It's more about the feeling tone. It's more about the tone of your voice, the way you're saying something. You want to convey this balance, so that even no matter what, it may be a very physically challenging pose or a physically challenging practice, but you've got to keep your voice calm.
every now and then you might use some passion in it artfully. Artfully use a passionate, but not frantic or assertive. You know what I mean? It's different to be passionate. But it takes practice. The use of the voice in yoga, teaching yoga takes practice, because it's the use of your breath. And just in the same way that David was saying how there are poses in which it's very difficult to breathe. Just like there are conditions or factors in our lifestyle which will affect our breathing, there are poses in which it's very difficult to breathe. Anyone have an example?
Twists.
Twists, especially twists with binds. Definitely, it's more challenging to breathe deeply. Well, when you teach, and I noticed this when I was being filmed yesterday, was I normally don't pay that close attention to my practice when I'm teaching. But I was aware of being filmed, and that I wanted to be an example of what I was vocalizing to the group. And vocalize clearly and calmly in a way that had equanimity in it. So what I noticed was that it took a lot of control to do that. It took a lot of breath control to do it. I was practicing pranayama in order to maintain the level of physical effort that I was doing and speak calmly. And normally when I teach, I don't practice. I mean, I might demonstrate a couple things, but I don't do a continuous practice. That's a whole different thing. When you're doing a continuous practice, normally you're not talking. You're breathing. You're just breathing and doing your bandhas, and you're working on your physical and energetic level.